bring my cards in here. Are you kidding me? Like, of all the things to forget to bring in from the kitchen, and now here I am. This is where I shall remain. Go back. I'm not going, but I don't like the way this is set up. I don't care. It'll be fine. Lord, you guys, I have another cup of coffee. I know, it's 5:15. I don't care. I could take a nap. Like, I could just lay down and take a nap. Anybody else who is sleeping but not sleeping? Anybody? Like, I sleep like a brick. Heather Johns, how are you? I sleep like a brick. I like long time no chat. Angel, hello. I know that you went to a doctor's appointment with Emerald, and I was calling to check and see how that went. I will call you back when I get offline. Since Lionsgate, I don't know if you guys have noticed the Schumann resonancy, but it is like white, totally off the charts. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I'm just like wondering if anybody else, by the way, we're back to one moon. Last night, I went out and I looked and I was so happy. So happy. There was only one moon. I was nervous to look. Yeah. So I'm laying down. I'm not moving. I wake up in this same position I know I went to sleep in. I go to sleep in the first couple minutes, which is normally not normal for me. Like, normally if I'm awake 30 seconds to a minute, that's insomnia. But give me 4 or 5 minutes and I'm falling asleep. And I can't say that it's spirit activity because I don't feel like I've done anything. So I don't know, but I wake up exhausted. Like, I look at the clock and I'm like, oh God, it's 7:30. Just give me another hour. I don't think I can pull this off. And but then I get up. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I don't get up till 8:30. Yeah, I know. Sleeping in. What are you going to do? But I'm going to put it on the Schumann resonancy and just say, that's it. So if anybody else is experiencing this, let me know. But yes, we're back to one moon, which is so wonderful. And anybody that doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, oh my God, Renee, what? Renee says, oh my God, this is where you shall be, and this is where I shall be too, and we shall both be here together. Been a long time since this has happened. Like meeting here, right here, right now. Lionsgate kicked Heather's butt. Crazy stuff. Couldn't stay with my family at the lake and was upset. Straight manifested a broken vehicle. I did get to stay. Manifested. It's the real deal. Anyhow, how's everybody at a 5:15 in the afternoon? I should be outside working on the camper. Flora says, I get really tired and fall asleep. I sleep for 2 or 3 hours and then I'm awake again. I only have that problem when the dog has to pee. Anyways, so I left my cards in the kitchen and I'm not going for them. So it must be a sign. Good evening, Melanie Thomas, that we need to use different cards this evening for what shall blow across our way, right? So if everybody could share to a group or your profile or invite a friend or whatever. Don't forget, you guys, we have the free psychic development class. It's free. There's no hitch. There's no sales pitch at the end. None of that. It is because I miss everybody. And I would like to be able to sit down and have a chat with everybody we're going to talk about psychic development. It is the first class in a series. I will tell you guys that. It is the first class in a series. We're going to do a full psychic development series for free online on a Zoom. So to get in on the class, you go to mymysticallife.com and sign up. It's on the front page. The other things you will find on the front page are the Inner Peace Metaphysical Expo, which I need to message somebody and look at my mental note. And then the other thing you're going to find is Sedona. So we are meeting in Sedona next month between the 11th and the 15th, and we are going to have a hella good time. We are going to be so relaxed, you guys. I am not the tour guide that's going to run you all over Hell's Half Acres. We are going to go to some vortexes. We're going to see some cool stuff. We're going to have some good food. We are going to meditate. We're going to channel. We're going to do some fun things. But run like a rabbit dog is not it. I know. It's free, people. It's a great class. Oh, I'm excited too, Heather. So I'm so excited about the class. I really am. But it'll be in a Zoom room. So you guys can all participate and get to see each other that you guys have been talking to and making conversations and new friends in the sidebar, right? Okay, so onward. Here we go. I picked up, look at me, squirrel. I'm cleaning my office. And we're putting new things in the store. So there's a couple new items in the store if you guys want to go. The obsidian dragon head is to die for. And what else did I put in today? Oh, great big, huge pink calcite male representations. Mm-hmm. Those are in today. They're really cute. They're cute. What else did we put in today? Pyrite and black quartz diamonds. They're actually shapes like diamonds. They're not diamonds. Anyways, but I was cleaning off my desk and I found this gorgeous garden quartz bracelet. Is that not beautiful? That's so pretty. I know you guys think I'm giving it away. I'm not. I'm not set up for that today, but it did cross my mind just now, like, hey, you should do a giveaway. But hey, so I'm gonna go back to reading over here. Jacqueline Mercer is new here. Welcome. This is like the squirrel show. Every once in a while, I come back to center. Most of the time, I'm distracted. But here we go. It's okay. So let's pull a starter card. And I feel like I need to go here. I also want to go here. So I want to talk about, it's a beautiful disorganization of the brain. I want to talk about, before we end up closing today, I want to talk about the thing that's supposed to be coming in November. What the scientists are now saying is a guided craft. Have you guys seen this? I need to do some channeling beforehand and really stepping into that that extraterrestrial energy. So like, you know, Zena, how are you? So we're friends. So let's start with a starter card. This is the Spirit Song Tarot. It's a really, oh, that's the card. That's the card. Actually, Renee says the last night the moon here was more like 1.5 to 1.25, not double, but not just back to 1 yet. So I only saw mine through the trees, and my chicken shit self said, that's good enough. And I went back in the house. I did. That's really what happened. So you could be very well right, Renee. I just went, looks good to me. Anyhow, here we go. The Hermit. This is about introspect, right, you guys? Collecting your energetic shit and analyzing it, sitting with it, and being in that spiritual self where we don't have to be involved with everybody else all the time. We don't have to be everybody's everything. We are our own everything. And sometimes we're even too much for ourselves. I get that. I'm with all this really diverse energy, I am trying to keep my stuff here because I am overloaded very easily in the last couple of days. And I'm really good at, and most of us are, faking my way through it, where I'm just like, it's all good. It's no problem. No, it's no problem. It's all right. Talk about buying a bus. Go for it. Buy some more tickets. All right, no problem. You know, and you just kind of you just keep going. It's okay to not be okay, right? My husband knows I'm not okay. He can look at me and go, oh. And he looked at Richard last night and said, you have now made my life more stressful. And it's true. So, but we can take that time whenever we want to. You don't have to take a year out of your life to become a hermit. You can sit on your couch for 2 minutes, turn inward, and find messages. You don't have to do it for a week or a month or a year. It is meditation. It is sitting with your own energy, sitting with yourself, being okay. You know how many people are not okay sitting with themselves? Like they have to have outside stimulation to maintain going forward in their day. Like this has done that. This has done that. Don't think this isn't a tool, right? And not just yours. We are living on the edge of our seat at every moment. So take some time to yourself. Turn into the hermit. Sit with yourself and find out where your peace lies. Because gotta tell you guys, it's not on TikTok. It's not on Facebook. And here we are, right? It's not within electronic. It's within ourselves. Oh, I'm deep today. Look at me. Uh-huh. And Renee says sometimes you have to feel the not okay to overcome the not okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So if you are new, can I get a shout out? Who is new here? And so I can explain the rules. There are no rules. There's rules, but there's not really rules. You know. So while that's percolating over here, don't forget, you guys, I would really, really, really just appreciate it. There's no hook, no bait on this at all. If you went to the Inner Peace, facebook.com, Inner Peace Expo, and liked the page. I'm trying to raise the amount of people on the page because it is a brand new page, a brand new expo. We are hosting an expo in Napoleon, Ohio. And believe it or not, we've only had it out there for about 3 weeks. We are 30% full on our booths already, and it's not until next March. So there is a big call for it in our area, and we're really excited. We're hoping to bring something big city to Napoleon's brand new expo center. So that's why, that. And then the psychic development class, if you go to mymysticallife.com, you'll find the free psychic development class there, and the Sedona trip, which is next month, and we're super excited. Okay. Ta-da! We had a beautiful, really wonderful storm. Just not storm. It was just a downpour. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. Tina Woodruff, how are you? Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop? I keep freezing. That's right, Teresa. There are no rules. There's just guidance. Like guidance. If you want to get a reading, what I do is I don't keep a list. What I do is I will call for a whoop whoop, which I know sounds silly, but it's how we started and it's what we've kept up with. Whoop whoop. And the people that you're from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Lots of friends over there. And what happens is I read the energy of each person that comments. That lets me know who's in the room. So don't lurk. This doesn't get you a reading if you lurk, right? Get you entertainment, but not reading. And it also lets me see who is really, their guides are like, hey, this person here. Okay. So here we go. Vana. I'm not even going to try your last name. Tadjiv? Tadjiv? Tadiv? Did I get it? Is it Tadiv? Vana Tadiv? Is that it? Please help. Let me know if I got it right. So if you guys would invite friends, share to a group, that'd be wonderful. Hello. Hello. Hi from Scotland. We were supposed to go to Egypt this year, but we decided to abstain from Egypt this year. Might put us in Scotland next year. We will be in Rock City, Illinois for Paracon. We have been asked to present at Paracon, and we are demonstrating table tipping, and we're also taking it to that night's investigation. So that's going to be fun, right? It's nice when people walk in the store and go, hey, you want to come play with us? Okay, Vana, are you still here? There you go. I don't think I pronounced it right, did I? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Did I? Well, that's exciting. I don't know why I would get it right. Okay, this is not the deck of cards we're using for you. Better matter of fact, I want to talk about, um, I want to talk about, you never know what you're going to get here, guys, right? The people that are here know that have been here before. They know you never know what you're going to get. We could go anywhere from past lives to dead pets. It doesn't matter, anywhere in between. But I want to talk to you about, first I want to talk about allergies. I got close. The J is silent. Okay. Awesome. So I want to talk about allergies. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself when it comes to just the seasonal kind of things. But also, is there anything in your home that you might think of that is musty smelling or may need to be pitched out the door? They're giving me this, something's irritating. And when I get allergies, it's the most annoying thing, you guys. When I get an allergy, I have an eye allergy. So this is how my guides get this across, just so you understand how I get the information. When I know somebody has a environmental thing like allergies or mold or something along those lines, my eye feels like I have an eye allergy, which is, if you ever see me doing that, that's what that is. It just affects my eye. So they're saying, hey, there's something in your home or your allergies are something's going on. Pay attention to that. Don't just let it go. Go get something for it. I don't care if you go to the drugstore or where, but make sure you're taking care of that. And if it's an allergen in your home that you know about, that you can do something about, do something with it, because it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you poorly. Okay. So just make sure it's nothing super serious, but they're just talking about that. Take care of that. So we're going to go over to, I feel like you need some love though. And since seasonal allergies, okay, but pay attention, just really pay attention, because make sure it doesn't go into like a sinus infection or something. They're just really on that. I feel like your throat chakra could use a little exercising. No, you thought it's not very common, Tina, that people get this, right? I thought I was having like a real eye problem, and it's an allergy, you know. So that's weird, but it's all right. Vana, I think that your throat chakra could use a little exercising. I think you have some things to say that you're not saying. It is just, Kayla, it's just something that might be at the back of your mind that you're like, you know what, I'm sorry. Here it is. I'm tired of taking it like that. You know, I don't think I should have to take that. But are you speaking up about it? Are you really vocalizing what you need to say to help somebody see your perspective on other, like somebody needs to see your perspective on something. So don't be afraid to talk about some issues that you're having. And I'm supposed to pull you. They want to talk about Mother Mary for you. They want to talk about the divine feminine, and they want to pull a thread up. I know this is odd sounding, but they want to pull a thread right up at the back of your spine and lift you up and pull your head up so that you're looking forward a little bit more than you normally would. Okay. They want you to have a little bit more faith, I guess is the best way to put it. And they're talking about moving into new things in life. This one is about crossing the threshold from the old to the new. All right. So they're saying it's time to start transitioning. They want you to, you're going to be slipping into a new gear in this lifetime. Leveling up is what we call it. Leveling up, a new level of awareness, I want to call it self-awareness, but it's really not. I think you're pretty self-aware. It's more self-possession of your energies, I guess. I don't know. An interesting energy. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Oh, that's a pretty deck. Oh, let's do those decks. Maybe this is why I left the others in the kitchen, so that I will use some different cards. Maybe my cards are tired of not being trotted out, right? And we don't use cards for everybody, but we like to have them as well. join the free Facebook, the free Zoom room class on psychic development, and you'll find out why we end up using cards sometimes, and sometimes we don't. So we have a free psychic development class on the 20th at 7 p.m. To sign up for the class, you go to mymysticallife.com and mymysticallife.com, and it's on the front page. Okay. And we're off. And we're off. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to put out here, because I know several of you guys are local, starting in September, we're going to start talking about we're going to actually set up some meetings for the Halloween parade and doing the witches dance in the Halloween parade. So if anybody is interested in that, message me on Lisa Tabbert Fry, and we'll get set up to it's awesome, Bana. And we will get people set up on the list, because we can't have 40 people wanting to go out and dance, but we do need to start getting our costumes together and really making sure everybody has a broom. We all need a broom, right? Did I call a name? Did I? I'm scrolling. No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't call a name, but we're going to go with Paige Reinzel. You just got back from Gatlinburg? That's a really cool place. Hi, Olwyn. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's how it happens, right? It's okay. Hold on. Calm down. There we go. Okay. And we're off. So if you are new, give a shout out. We like to welcome our new people, because this isn't just about readings. This is about, hey, Paige. Hey, Paige. Did I meet you the other day? No. I met a Heidi. Why is Paige and Heidi such close names? To me, I know, but they're not really. But yes, we need a broom. So usually last year in October, we had a broom making class. We're going to do it a little bit differently this year. The witches dance. Yeah, I think Crystal's probably going to have to be in on this too. Okay. New. Bonnie Bond is new. I think I've seen you before though, haven't I, Bonnie? NZ is new. You look familiar, Bonnie. All I see though is this tiny little thing. So yes, Christine Emerson, I understand. Jacqueline Mercer is new. Welcome. Christine Emerson's accidentally went up the Smoky Mountains, thought I was going to die. I'm with you. That's right. Okay. I thought I was like, God, I feel like I know you. I get you, Christine Emerson, because I'm not a mountain girl. I'm a straight, flat Ohioan. And that's how I like my roads. Straight and flat. And you start putting me up on a mountain, those guardrails ain't doing shit for that car. I have seen them crumpled. And my husband likes to go through it like it's IndyCar. Look at that hair. I need a haircut. Okay. Here we go. Paige. Paige, I want to start with an animal totem for you. I want to start with the snake. Gotcha, Bonnie. I want to start with the snake. The snake it sounds like a really, like, who wants the snake? I want the wolf or the bear or the eagle, whatever. But, oh, that would be so much fun, Renee. Yeah, we got to wait and see when the child is born. Okay. So, Paige, the snake is really good about seeing things from different perspectives and being able to be the persons that's supporting. There's a broom corn festival in Illinois. You know, I'm looking it up. Not right now, but I'm writing it down because I won't remember. corn. The things that excite us. A broomcorn festival. I'm exciting. My husband is a lucky man. Okay. No, and see, there's no personal details. So what you do is you hang out, and when I ask for whoop whoop, what I do is I check everybody's energies to see who's their guides say really here, and then that's who I read for. I appreciate the shares, you guys. I really do. I appreciate the hearts, the shares, all the stuff. Okay. So Paige, that snake is all about being able to see things from other perspectives, but really unique perspectives, and bringing out ideas that other people might have totally not even had come into their thought processes whatsoever. It's also about being very grounded and very in the moment. You are somebody's grounding force. So you not only ground for yourself, but you're an anchor for other people as well. And you have a lot of angel energy. Look at what we've covered. Animal totems, all sorts of stuff. Now we're going to talk about angels. You have a lot of angel energy around you. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but I'm not really, Annabelle, it doesn't matter to me one way or another, Renee. Annabelle will be there, you guys, in Rock City, Illinois. Whatever. I'm not going to go poke it. Not at all. So Paige, I can come back to center. How I can tell that you have angel energy around you, Paige, is I pick up this energy where, I don't know how to explain how I pick this one up, but it's the awareness that you're aware of phantom smells every once in a while. Can you validate that you pick up smells every once in a while and you're like, what the Sam Hill is that? And I have no idea, kind of thing, and you can't find the source of it. Can you validate that, Paige? And I'll tell you why. Calm down. Jeez. Lord love a duck. They're just, I'm getting Henry VIII here. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Ghost Henry VIII. I think I have lag because my feed hasn't moved in a hot minute. And sometimes that happens. But my feed is usually continuously moving. Oh, there we go. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Paige. So when you smell the overly sweet flowers, have you ever picked up overly sweet flowers and you're like, it's almost like a cloying sense? Why is there ants on my desk? That's the smell of angels. Overly sweet flowers in our experience through almost 20 years here, almost always turns out to be overly sweet flowers. Wait, angels. Whether it's a guardian angel, and we figured this out because Sam this is one of Sam's clairs. It's called clairalience, and he would have a friend walk by, just a single friend, that every time she come by, he would smell all these flowers. Well, as time goes on and you are developing and you're picking up all new stuff with your clairs, and you start to realize and you can decipher what different energies are, then you start to know what the angels feel like. And you go, aha. Wait, I'll do it. Aha. Aha. And then you all of a sudden know that that's what that energy is angels. But it's not just exclusive to angels. It can be to past loved ones. And we use it in reading as well. It's something that we can use when we're doing a reading like this for, hi, Alyssa, to understand. It helps us give validation and understand, like if Great Aunt Gertie's coming across and Great Aunt Gertie had bad body odor and we smell body odor and we're reading about Great Aunt Gertie, then that's validation, right? What? I do not have a Great Aunt Gertie. If I did, she would wear a purple hat. She would. Okay. So that's a clair. They want you to be aware of that. They're like, you're walking in amongst people a lot. By people, I mean people on the other side. Lots of rain will bring the ants indoors. So will dogs and cats. Baby came home yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. Baby came home. Baby's home. I'm watching him though because I'm worried that he might be reoccurring. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on him. But I'm hoping he didn't bring any in. He's fine. He's fine. I hope he's fine. I called my vet and I'm like, if I'm concerned in the morning, can I just be at your door like 8 o'clock? He's like, if you're concerned, be here at 7:30. I was like, okay. Good morning. Okay. Afternoon, evening, whatever it is. Okay. Page. Here's a card page. Invite serendipity. Invite peace and tranquility into your life. You know how many of us don't do that? Purple hats remind you of your mom's funeral. You know how many of us don't invite tranquility in? We invite chaos because we just keep moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. Right? We have to have moments of tranquility. So Paige, they invite you to invite tranquility into your life. Evening in the UK. Where are you guys all at? Where's everybody at? I am in Northwest Ohio. Northwest Ohio. I was at the shop reading today, briefly, because I'm lazy. Not really, but where's everybody from? I have always used Great Aunt Gertie with the purple hat, Tina, for, I don't know, she's just like my token made up person to talk about with mediumship. I guess we're going to do a bit of mediumship here. Long Island, New York. I like it. Missouri, Birmingham, England. This will show you guys. This is what is amazing about the internet, right? We can go worldwide. Beth Fry, Northwest Ohio, upstate New York, Southwest Michigan. Have you been into the shop, Rachel? Missouri, UK. Okay. Alabama. I like Alabama. Central New York. There's lots of people. Representing Virginia from Illinois. Gotcha. Northwest Ohio. She is from Sherwood. That is Joanne Reed. We have a lot of Northwesterners up here. I mean, well, it's probably because they know it's from the shop. Anyways, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who is here. Ooh, I have a message. We've talked before, but not in person. Okay. We're not that far. Well, 3 hours. Battle Creek. Oh, okay. That's not 3 hours. I was thinking about where the Michicana casino is. No, I don't gamble. Georgia. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do because I am trying to decipher this, is what I'm trying to do. We don't always know the answer right off. If you happen to love Ohio, it's nice. We don't always know the answer right off, you guys. And sometimes it is kind of like picking through hay, trying to figure out which way to go with it. And I want to go towards mediumship, but I also know this isn't mediumship. I want to channel, but I don't know who I'm channeling for. And it's so weird. Sycamore, Ohio. Hi, Sandra. So actually who I'm got behind me here is a little bit of Metatron. And so this is about, okay, so I'm just going to start talking. And this is going to be kind of a blanket reading. If this works for you, know that it's meant for you. It can go for many, many people within this feed. But just know I'm not calling one single name on this one. I don't think I've ever done this before because I have a message that's supposed to be for like masses of people that could use it. And I'm not going like that. it's really about uh, it's really about some of the things that we have going on our planet, whether they're good or they're bad. And it's all perspective, right? It's all perspective, because it's really what it is. We're talking about perspective here. Ask divining rods. I've had divining rods. They're fun to watch, but they're just a tool. They're just a tool. This is all about what people are learning right now. This is about, we are set up in this moment right here in this next 2 to 3 years to be thrust forward incredibly. The level of acceptance. I'm trying to pick the words here that I'm getting. The level that, because it's coming across as more of a feeling than it is anything else. The level of acceptance and drawing in of the lessons. So how we take the lessons in on a human range, in are very much so difficult. Very. This must be what it's like talking to me when I'm trying to channel. Dependent upon the person's spiritual awareness. Okay. Good Lord. It's about finding peace and how to find peace in the disarray, how to find peace within of course, the storm. That's where we learn, right? I'm supposed to ask people if they have a question for Metatron. We're going to step into a little bit of channeling, just direct channeling like this, not trans mediumship, but just channeling. But Metatron's like, hey, I'm sitting right here. I mean, right here in this energy right now. I feel like there's somebody on here that has something that's really important to ask on how to move forward on their spiritual journey, and they're stubbing their toe on it and they're struggling with it, kind of like I am trying to get his damn message across, because he's piecemealing it like I'm a kindergartner. But I know it's Metatron because I can feel that pressure right here in the back of my head, which is where usually where he slugs me with a 2x4, because he thinks I'm slow. It's okay. Okay, I have questions here on the side, so I'll take some questions here. But this is really what it is. He's like, how can I help the people that are searching put their foot in the right direction for the energy they're looking for? Is the best way for me to put it for him. That actually, NZ says that absolutely speaks to me. It's about frequencies. I will agree with that. And we've been talking about this for the past couple of days. So NZ, I believe you're new, correct? We've been talking about Sam and I, and many people on here have not been talking about it as much, like in the Muggle world. But on here, we've been talking about the 2 moons that have been in the sky the last week. Like 2 absolutely clear moons in the sky. Like unbelievable. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch like a couple days ago's, because I'm still freaked out about it. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, tell him. We'll tell him that. Get with it, Metatron. Am I meant to be calm? This is seriously 8:22. Oh, wait, here I missed one. NZ, what we are attuned to, but also what is attuned to us. That's absolutely true, right? Because we hold a frequency, our lessons actually hold a frequency, those around us hold a frequency, and it's almost like a perfect storm, isn't it? As we go into things, we want to be in and around those that are going to help us learn. So maybe this is also about trying to figure out how to find our tribe or something along those lines, that level all those frequencies, and they rise together. Dimensional shifts right now, you guys, are insane in the membrane. And he gives me the number 22. He says dimensional 22. crepe. Anyhow, um, Vival Lily says, I've been trying to reach him. I wish I had a phone number for you. I really do, because he comes up sometimes just it's so total random. But Vival Lily, I can tell you the best time to work with Metatron to start initiating with him is when you go to bed, have images of sacred geometry, specifically Metatron's cube in your mind. And for you specifically, this is for you specifically. So it's like a message within your comment is he's talking about running the chakra colors around Metatron's cube and creating flow that way. And that is, he's like, you want to try, then dial. Who on here works with Metatron? Because to me, he has a very wonderful sense of humor. He's like the Ward Cleaver of the angels. He's not an angel. He's actually the voice of God, but whatever, we all know him by Archangel Metatron. And he's tolerant, but this is like, he's like, start doing this and working with the sacred, that I can't do that. And working with this, so dramatic, but it doesn't make my head hurt. Working within the sacred geometry, asking for messages. And in the morning, when you get up, right, that dream time, right before you're really conscious is when he's going to work with you. Okay. So it's like dialing a rotary phone, y'all. Oh my God. Zaina says, I'm curious if I'm on the right path. I'm doing my tarot channel and my gifts have been opening a lot more lately. It started when I joined your class. Zaina, you're going to make me all teary. Yes, that's what he said to you, Vival. I mean, I'm sure it probably worked for a bunch of people, but that's what he said to you specifically. Zaina, you are, I want to say you're on the right path, but you're not at a destination. You have 3 more things that are going to be of interest to you, that you're going to be throwing things out. You're going to be fishing for like more information, and but don't stress about it yet. Do what you're doing right now and be comfortable, be joyful, have fun. And then when these other things come up, they will present themselves and you'll be like, oh, I get it now. Let me call Lisa. So anyhow, I hope that's helpful. Yeah, I'm hoping that's it. It takes time and patience. Thank you, Renee. I needed that. Jacqueline Mercer, I have been asking for help on my journey. Yeah, Renee, he has a wonderful sense of humor, doesn't he? He really does. Jacqueline, what kind of questions do you have? Be specific. You can ask specific questions of your guides, you guys. You don't have to go, just help me. And then they're throwing you help and lifelines, and we don't even notice it because they're just normal things that we might have been not annoying, but ignoring our whole life. So we don't notice the markers. And we do. We put markers into our life to have these awakening moments. Renee, I was showing somebody in the store. I I had memories pop up of Bill. And they were it was like, this day in history kind of thing. And I was popping through and it was all these great pictures of Bill. And it was his 1 year anniversary of having his lung transplant. And there was cake and there was friends and we were there. And no, Viv, he'll come to you in your dreams, hon. He's not going to overwork me. He's going to work you. And so I'm going through, Renee, and I'm popping. I'm like, look, this is Bill. This is my dad. I look so much like him, blah, blah, blah. And then, bam, hit a video of him in the hospital in his last days. And I couldn't even. I could have not have dropped my phone quicker if I could have. It's just trauma. I'm having a hard time with that, I think, with the way he passed. It was just, I know, Renee, but you're my go-between. You need help with your connection. So, Dayton. Hi, Sandra. Dayton there. Okay, gotcha. So, Jacqueline, we are always connected. And a lot of times we a lot of times we discount our messages. And I'm just going to give you an example. You guys can hang out for the example or not, but in one of our classes, you don't hear me preach about meditation a lot. I would lie to you and say I meditate a lot, but I don't. I meditate when my guides tell me I need to meditate and when I feel I need that connection, right? And so meditation, that can sound scary to a lot of people, like the word meditate, because we feel we have to live up to what meditation is. If you're not meditating, you're not spiritual. Who else has heard that before? Not heard it, but felt that. You don't even have to be told that. If you're not meditating, you're not spiritualing right. You're not doing it correctly. So I would like first for you to remove any preconceived notions what that connection's going to look like. And if you haven't signed up for the free class, there's no hooks on the class, you guys. I'm telling you, we're not going to get done in the class and I'm going to be like, okay, now that I've had your attention for an hour, you can sign up for this. I'm not doing that. I'm doing this for fun and because I love doing it. So if you go to mymysticallife.com, on the front page, there's a psychic development class. And if you need, sometimes we just need to go back to the beginning, right? We need to go back to the beginning and reacquaint ourselves with our own energy and how to move forward. So we come into this with preconceived notions as well. When it comes to meditation, we have this idea that this is what we have to do. And if we don't do it, then we're not doing it right. And we lose more people in spirituality because they don't feel like they're doing it right than anything else. I've seen it. Metatron. So I want to address that seriously, 822, but you've seen how my brain works. When I say, what was I supposed to answer? Please bring that back, okay? Copy and paste that so you know. You do meditation. Great. What are you missing? What do you feel like you're, let me see. I want to make sure I got it right here. Helping your connection. They connect in so many different ways that I could not name them all. It's unbelievable how many ways they can connect with us. Examples. When I first started this, I couldn't figure out why I was torturing myself. Oh my goodness. Hey, Brittany love. I was torturing myself. I was like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do this. I'm never going to be able to do this. This can be taught. Everybody does this, right? So what I didn't realize is I was following the Hollywood version of what we do and saying, okay, I'm going to get an image. I'm going to hear a voice. I'm going to feel something, all those things. And what I had to eventually learn was the song that was playing over and over and over in my head that I'd not heard on a radio was the message. The really cool part is then figuring out what the hell the message means, right? So it's about putting puzzle pieces together. So what I suggest is start a journal. What are your puzzle pieces? Do you know your puzzle pieces? What's your strongest clair? Do you know? These are the things that you have to lay a foundation for to move forward. Now, does that mean it's set in stone? Absolutely not. Just because it's your strongest clair doesn't mean it's your only clair. Not will it always be your strongest clair. You may switch up. So you have to give yourself some grace and some sliding space to be able to go, okay, today this is what my connection looks like, and tomorrow this is what my connection looks like. And don't judge yourself against any freaking buddy else's connection. Because if you do that, you're taking steps backwards. That makes sense? Can I get an amen? Because guess what? We are not exactly like everybody else. Nobody is. So that's the way to look at it. Change your verbiage from I need to work on my connection to I am connected. What are my puzzle pieces? And you'll find that you're all of a sudden the light bulb goes on. You have an aha moment. Your guides hit you with a 2x4, and then all of a sudden you're talking online. Hallelujah. Because this was my problem. I did not want to do this. I did not want to do this. I fought tooth and nail with my guides about going online. And Metatron, this is why it's funny. That's how I know Metatron's around. because I feel that pressure right back here. And that's what we call 2x4 therapy. I called it 2x4 therapy on purpose because it felt like I got knocked in the back of the head with a 2x4, and it just was, it made my head spin. Okay. Who had the question? I think it was Seriously 822. What was the question? I also want to address this. Vival says meditation is just emptying your thoughts. Meditation, some forms of meditation are. See, this is where the preconceived notions come in, though, because that's not the only form. I struggled so badly, and Jacqueline, this could benefit you as well because you're very clairvoyant. I struggled so badly with meditation that I felt like I was failing until I found Shamanic Journey. And now every time I meditate, I'm running a movie, a purposeful movie in my head. And guess what? It's not my imagination. Well, no, yeah, it is, because your imagination is 99.9% of your intuition. You have to have a pool to fish from. Ta-da! I do love teaching. I'm not preaching. My way may not be your way. It's just my way. Different vibrations, different energies. Okay. Yes, it's only one version. Only one version. There's so many. I saw somebody, I have felt ostracized from yoga groups for that same reason, felt forced spiritual alignment when they're simply not your people. And knowing they're not your people is part of the lesson, though, right? A good one. Oh, this was a question. Is Metatron meant for all of us or a chosen group? So Metatron is Heather meditates while driving or walking. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So Metatron, you can call on Metatron. Anybody can call on Metatron. I think he may gauge your readiness for his energy, though, because as I said, he's not an archangel, right? That's right. There is no right way except your way. 100%. 100%. So if your vibration is not quite ready for Metatron, because he's pretty high, guys. His vibration is pretty high. And if you're not ready yet, but you're working towards it, I will say I feel like he is a bump. If you're ready and he thinks you're ready, but you don't think you're ready, it's a harder bump. When he knows you're ready, and you may not even be aware of it, he'll hit you with a 2x4. And then there's no denying it. The validation that flops down in front of you on a daily basis from spirit is undeniable. Undeniable. You'll start to see sacred geometry. You'll start to get possibly, I had headaches. I argued with my internal dialogue a lot. My internal dialogue was like this all the time. And I didn't even realize I was doing it because it's your own voice. You don't pay attention, right? And I would be walking through the house like, hey, you should really go online. I don't really want to go online. I don't want to do that. Let me find a million ways I can put stops in front of that because I don't have the right lighting. I don't have the right camera. Don't you need a sound system? I got to go buy a mic, and then my mic stands, and I got to go buy makeup. And I had a million excuses, but then my subconscious kept going, or I thought was my subconscious, was going, but you need to be out there doing something different than what you're doing. And I go, but I really don't want to. I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. I'm fine. I'm fine. And then here we are. Yes, Metatron is considered the voice of God. Metatron is the voice of God. Whatever your God is, whoever your divine is, it does not matter. He's like second-hand guy down, right? He's the second guy. Well, he's the voice of God. Because we cannot decipher the voice of God. We can't understand that vibration. he translates. So, and I just like working with Metatron. He's definitely a unique individual energy. What is on me? Yeah, but anyways, so he's original, and anybody can ask for him to come work with them. Your readiness energetically is what determines it. There's no right way except your way. Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah. Energetically, he'll come knock you on the head when you're ready. And so this is where I'll be like, who on here has had 2x4 therapy by Metatron? Let's see. I should be out working on the camper. We're going out west in a camper, you guys, in a little 1961 Shasta with the wings. Super cute. When I'm done with it, it'll be super cute. Because I decided this month I know how to redo vintage campers. It's called YouTube. Yep, Sandra Snell. Yeah, he's a pretty strong force. Even when you're not aware. Tell him you're ready. You have to tell him, Cheryl, not me. You have to tell him. I know. NZ, I kind of like you. NZ says you can't deny it. To deny the vibration space basically is giving into the big pharma narratives. I'm a voice hearer, etc. This is something so opposite of illness. I didn't like the form it took. Yeah, there, we're so easy to label with mental instability, and they don't. Oh, so a UK celebrity, but the message was louder than the form. Yeah. So at the Peace Expo, the Inner Peace Expo that we're doing in March of next year, one of our lecturers, she's a master in psychology, and she called specifically to come to our expo and do a discussion. And what is the discussion? I don't have the paper in front of me, but she's talking about, this is exactly what she's going to be talking about, how the psychiatric world labels people without taking into account extra sensory perception and the invisible energies around us. She's doing a whole 2-hour lecture on it. I gave her 2 hours because I was like, we need to hear this. We need to hear this. And this is not somebody that's just like Joe Schmo. They're masters of psychiatry, psychology, I think. And I'm excited to hear what she has to say because it's not taken into account. We're just labeled. Samantha, hello. How do we acknowledge him respectfully? I've been hit. It feels like a hit. That's why we call it 2x4 therapy. Sacred geometry. And just say thank you. How can you help me some more? How do I move forward? If we don't ask for the help, we don't get it. That's it, right? I know. I can't even read it. Yeah. Are you working with Renee? I thought of rain. I saw rainbow the other day. Immediately I went to Renee. Heather says he helped me understand sacred geometry. I usually heard from I actually heard, come on, Linda. It's not that hard. He just says Worcester speak, yellow, tap, smack, 2x4. Oh yeah, I've been there. It is is this, yes, this will be online. This will stay up. It's one of those things. It's important to know we're not alone when we have stuff like this happen, that, people have felt that spiritual knock on the back of the head and says, hey, get your shit together. Let's do this. We're here for something more than just stumbling through the meat suit. You know, we like the meat suit. We get to experience a lot of stuff. But we're here for more. Hello. So what do we have going on? We are going to be in Rock City, Illinois, the first weekend in October. We have the Inner Peace Metaphysical Expo. We're still looking for vendors. So anybody who wants to vend for this, we have vendor booths available. And that's going to be in March of next year. You can find it at innerpeaceexpo.com. If you want to be in on the free psychic development class that we have going on the 20th, that is at 7 p.m. in the evening. It's very basic, very beginner friendly stuff. We're starting this our first session of it. And we talk about clairs and all the things, but it's a Zoom room. It's going to be fun. We are fun people. You can find that at mymysticallife.com. And of course, you can go also here because we have some fun new things in the store. So you should go see what's new in the store under the new items. We have fun new things in the store. We do. Let's see. Hi, Jody. Hi, Michelle. I was in the time that I was a bit of panic. Can I ask you help? Right. Renee says, I always think of the time that I was in a bit of a panic and asked for help from Metatron and Archangel Michael, something that turned out to be nothing. When I asked Metatron where Archangel Michael was, I was told he's busy. It still cracks me up, right? They're not their energy is infinite, but you also have to be like, maybe Metatron just was like, I got this. I love that. Okay. Well, I suppose I should go outside and work. Actually, I want to go take a nap. I just had a cup of coffee. I'm ready for a nap. I am just tired this week. It's not normal for me. All right, everybody. Find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, I don't know. I don't know. Does the expo cater to stone gem enthusiasts? Yes. So we'll have everything from crystals to jewelry to intuitives to healers. I'm looking for a couple different. I'm looking for an aura photographer. You didn't know they could lie. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be a wide gamut of people there. So we have a crystal store in Defiance, Ohio, but we also are hoping that this brings a new perspective to what we do as a community to our area of Ohio. We're in between some large cities, and out by us, we don't have any problems. They're just not sure about us sometimes. So, but we have a good time, and we're pulling people from all over. We have people from like New York and Colorado vending and all sorts of stuff. I often say I want you want the whisper in the ear, not the 2x4 by the head. I don't know if I want anybody whispering in my ear. Once a cat lady, always a cat lady. Oh, I don't use my own energy, Tina. This never makes me tired, ever. The only one that will tire me out is transmediumship. It kind of drains me just a little bit. But that's pretty much it. I could do this all day. It doesn't bother me at all. But thank you. Thank you for that. You have a wonderful afternoon, you guys. All right. I will talk to you guys not tomorrow.